folks in Haiti and the Dominican Republic are going to get a full brunt of rain, strong winds, and some storm surge. Folks over there better be prepared. I hope they better be prepared. But for those of you who live in Haiti and in the Dominican Republic, buckle up. Gotta prepare yourselves for the worst as it makes landfall by tomorrow night going into Friday. But that's just me. There's going to be a lot of property damage associated with Melissa. And better hope everyone survives. But thing is, it's unfortunate, people over there in both countries. Anyway, let's just continue on. So this is Tuesday night, and then by Wednesday night, though, Melissa moves out, and then you have this upper level low, I mean. It'll dominate throughout the eastern half of the country, which means there's going to be a lot of cold air moving into the eastern part of the country. Any chance of development? Well, that's gone. But doesn't mean hurricane season will come to an end, though. But it's all just a guessing game after next Wednesday night, though. Now, using the European model, Melissa is right here, just south of Haiti. Maybe a chance of development, but very unlikely, though. Nothing here. Maybe here. Not much. Move on to 24 hours. Melissa remains over water, but will be just southwest of Haiti, but inching closer to Jamaica. Its wind field starts to expand. You have this trough over the east coast. Then, by Friday night, it'll gather strength, and it'll make its approach towards Jamaica. By Friday night, though. Then what do we have here? We do have another trough just sitting over the western plains and the southwest. Will it pick up Melissa? Then you have this weak upper level high right here. And you have this dip in the jet stream right here. A trough. Might end up either picking the Melissa up, or just leave it there for a while and then let another trough pick this up. Saturday night, though, it still gathers strength to south of Jamaica. It's got a strong core. Then you have this trough ready to make its move. And this trough is going to reject Melissa right out the back because they don't want Melissa, but maybe this one does. This trough right here. And going into Sunday night, Melissa will remain south of Jamaica. Gather so much strength over warm waters of the Caribbean. But not that much that's going to happen, especially right here near the Bahamas. And you have this trough right here, waiting for Melissa if it chooses to head up north. But then you have this upper level high right here. It might weaken, but yet it has a lot of strong winds over the Gulf, though, which means that it has no choice but to go up. Am I right or wrong? It's going to stay there. It's going to stay there just southwest of Jamaica. Wow. Just like that. And yet it still gets stronger. So strong to about major hurricane status. That's for Monday night, though. But as we move into like Wednesday night, though, it'll make landfall in Jamaica, and then going into Cuba, and then this trough right here, it's going to pick it up. Then we move on to next Thursday night. Then after that, well, yesterday, when I checked the models, it looked like as though it was going to make landfall in the Canadian Maritimes, but that part has, well, not yet sailed away, but don't count on that. There's still plenty of time, but for those on the East Coast, be prepared regardless. Whether if it makes landfall or not, just be prepared. The European model suggests that Melissa wants to stay just south of Jamaica for a while, for almost a week, and then make landfall just about almost a week from today into Cuba, and then cause a lot of trouble along the East Coast in terms of strong waves, rip currents, beach erosion, and such. Now, using the Canadian model. Okay, so the Canadian model right here. Melissa is just southwest of Jamaica. And it looks like as though that... Let's go to 24 hours. And Melissa is going to be a little disorganized, but it'll remain just south of Jamaica. Then going into Friday night, though, gather strength. It's just south of Jamaica, though. You got plenty of chances, but this one not so. But this one over New Mexico might be the scenario. By Saturday night, it'll gather so much strength, but may interact with Nicaragua and Honduras. There's no upper level high right here. I mean, maybe you can count that as right here, making Melissa stuck in the Caribbean. And going into Sunday night, though, it'll make landfall in Honduras. Then the upper level high starts to weaken. And this trough right here kind of looks like elongated, though. Then going into Monday night, though, this trough right here starts to form. Starts getting a little deeper just to catch Melissa right near the Yucatan Peninsula in Honduras. Yet Melissa might weaken, though, because it interacted with land in Honduras. Then it moves on Tuesday night towards Cuba. And then tries to catch up with this trough right here. Then by next Wednesday night, though, this trough right here gets wider and crosses through Cuba and then through the Bahamas and just getting close to South Florida. Then after that, it's all a guessing game. And what do you know? Looks like this trough right here might end up interacting with an upper level low right here, and yet could pose problems for Halloween. So might as well just keep an eye on that, folks. But just so you know, regardless, for those who live in Hispaniola, in Haiti, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic, brace yourselves. Whether if it makes landfall or not, in the immediate future, whether if it's tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, just be prepared. Because because Melissa is coming for you. Oh, and that includes Nicaragua and Honduras, Belize, and Cuba, and the Yucatan Peninsula part of Mexico. But I am curious to know about another model. Just this one. Nope. Icon, maybe. Try this one. Okay, so Melissa's here. Then I'm going to fast forward this, and we see by Friday night it'll make landfall near Port-au-Prince, Haiti. It'll get stuck there for a long time, which to me doesn't really sound so practical. But all I can say is that Melissa is going to end up causing a lot of trouble from folks in from the Dominican Republic all the way down to Nicaragua, the Yucatan Peninsula, Cuba, and as well as Jamaica and the Bahamas and South Florida. Yeah, within the next 7 days. But in the meantime, let me just change this to the GFS model. And we are going to here. This is right now. It is Tropical Storm Melissa. It currently has a maximum sustained winds of 50 miles an hour. It's currently moving at west-northwest at 2 miles an hour. This is as of 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And right now, as you can see, in the southern part of Haiti, they are under hurricane watch. They are under a hurricane watch, and the entirety of Jamaica is under a tropical storm watch. But the cone of uncertainty looks very, very, looks extremely uncertain, folks. I mean, like the models have a total amount of disagreements all over. GFS model wants to take it as a fish storm after it makes landfall in Haiti. On the other hand, you have the European model that wants Melissa to stay put for a couple of days and then eventually make landfall in the earlier part of next week through Cuba and then kick it out to sea. And you have the Canadian model that wants Melissa to also stay put but make landfall in Honduras and then get near the Yucatan Peninsula and Belize, then make landfall in Cuba, touch and get close to South Florida as possible, then through the Bahamas, and then die out just before it makes landfall in New England. But even that, well, all I can say is, folks, is that it is quite cumbersome. It's a challenge for us forecasters to deal with. But regardless, for those in Haiti, brace yourselves, and as well as Jamaica. Whether if you guys are going to experience landfall in the next 2 days or not, be prepared and assume the worst and hope for the best while you're at it. Now, let's talk quickly about fall foliage. Okay, so in the northern parts of the interior parts of the Northeast has already experienced fall foliage at its peak, as well as the northern tier of the country, as you can see. The Rocky Mountains, parts of the Great Basin, as you can see, much of the Great Basin, Sierra Nevadas and the Cascades. Plenty of opportunities are in the coastal parts of the Northeast, and as well as the highlands in Pennsylvania. Oh, hold on. All right. Okay. Fall foliage, low colors are located in the southern tip of the Delmarva Peninsula, all the way down to Atlanta, Dallas, Los Angeles, believe it or not, San Diego, and San Francisco. Nothing going on in the Colorado Valley, in Arizona, Nevada, especially Las Vegas, and the Gulf Coast, all the way to Outer Banks, North Carolina. But in my area, just some moderate color, but just about a few miles to the west in New Jersey, a lot of peak colors are there, and high colors too. The rest of Long Island has moderate colors. Wild, I don't know if you're there, but you do have past peak colors right now. And now, finally, let's take a look at the drought. Plenty of drought in northern New England. And they're all extreme drought, as well as throughout parts of the Ohio Valley, the Southeast, just a few bits, as well as southern Texas, and parts of the Desert Southwest, the Rockies, parts of the Great Basin, just east of LA, east of San Diego, and parts of the Pacific Northwest, with a few places that are dealing with some exceptional drought. In the Great Plains, much of the Great Plains is doing well, but just a few areas in the center part of the Great Plains. This has some abnormal to severe drought. Northern California is doing a bit well. In southeastern Oregon too. In South Florida too. Aside of certain species, got all my pictures while I could. Lots of the trees on my street have a little to no leaves on them now. I see that. Well, as long as you get good pictures, then everyone's happy. And that includes you. Alright, so now let's go to Radar Omega right now and deal with the 3-day forecast.